Hello, welcome
North
to a
American
new
theater and
episode of
it's like the Canadian
Age of Imperialism, or pretty much just No War One
Directory,
World.
East Coast government.
Today's episode for pregnancy,
those
War One continue,
still
Discord version War One, the American attack Canada,
timeline. These regions
and pretty much going to see pretty much Russia, Russia's defense against Germany.
No, it's not that.
And Poland.
And then the Mexican got
with pregnancy, a lot more trench warfare in the West.
Of course,
I highly doubt the West can see that
That's very close.
You're gonna see a lot of people die forever.
There's
never ending dying moment in the West.
Well,
any death of Emperor China, don't forget that.
And
Emperor China will die. Alright, well, Europe is not seeing that much border changes except for like a bit in the east.
Wait, France.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, get Albania a little bit. US will be pushing a little bit there.
France.
Africa's a bit more susceptible. Central powers pretty much taking control over most Valkyrias. Like Morocco overall holding on in the west. And the Italians were losing Somalia, now making gains from like mainland Ethiopia. So yeah, Chinese the situation for the French it's not going the best. And just when they were pretty much okay, especially if Finland just attacked the Russians as well, and just result in another front of the war.
Heavily damaging the
this just escalated everything a whole lot more now.
Not anymore. Now you just have this.
Right? We might just soon see the end of kind of America plans to invade Canada and rather than more of a focus on Europe. Which is not going to go that well for the French, which is already spread out.
Much less is making sure that the
French colony in Africa collapsed due to American involvement, allowing them to pull back a lot of divisions. West Europe make a surprise pushback, and actually are starting to push the Italian south. Eastern Africa. While Eastern Europe turned to bloodfest, and Belgium has just joined the war. Alright, that just made the situation a bit bigger now. As America is now invading Mexico because they're out of part of the alliance, so and Mexico is just gonna get invaded. Just I mean, it's nice that the Austrians came back going to die again. That's cool, Austria. That's cool. After a quick war, not war, but quick campaign, we were able to capture most of Belgium. Only the southern parts really being left. While in the east, they're still just pushing with Kiev being really occupied. There's only
to take out Germany.
Actually, the Russians might do. It sounds like the Russians are actually doing a counter-offensive around Kiev. Kiev, Central Kiev have not known yet. Alright. Oh shoot, Canada decided to Uno reverse carded. Oh.
They just lost
dang. That's actually bad for America. Jenny actually pretty bad for America, because now not only does that mean that the campaign, even as the declare Mexico will still not be over. I mean, I only believe, but still, it's going to pretty much distract them a little bit. But also, they're not going to focus their troops on the north now as well. But the Canadians are doing massive pushes. Then, well, I guess it's confirmed the British are more aligned to the Germans. Based on the fact that would be helping the Germans. Actually, never mind, the Americans or the German side. They're part of. At least they're helping the French for right now. With that, and Romania became puppet of Austria. Austria just become this kind of big empire in Central Europe.
Some recent events, the Austrians
so let's see if America
bubble inside pretty much Poland.
Deal with the whole problem by like the entire British Empire. They're just going to collapse.
About to lose Hanu for which
the war continue across the road with the Germans finally breaching through the front line of France and threatening Paris.
But that's still 2%.
The Poles are stuck in the east.
You went with a ceiling push into
the Indians
I don't know how much longer it will last.
Are trying to push back against the League of Nations, Afghanistan, and Tibet.
Recess for much longer, to be honest.
North America just turned to a brutal campaign. All sides are suffering.
No, it's made Germany
Their
to
front line
do
doesn't actually move that much. Just due to I'm pretty sure of how long it is on the blight line. When I attack the best, I could do that. It seems being a bit more focused on
the Germany's
Mexico.
Germany's
Really wanting more capitulation above their capitulation. So Ecuador just
here come the peace
joined the war
deal.
against Colombia, so Colombia might just die.
Alright, let's see the new borders.
Tinian push
It's
against
about as
Afghanistan,
disgusting match.
or against Afghanistan is
seen pretty well.
start with
South
with
America, not that much
It's
change.
seen pretty well. They're
Maintaining that
they're
well.
pretty close to taking
Colombia
Colombia.
and some new puppets.
I know that's pronounced.
Brazil now have like
that
Argentina, along with Bolivia.
Yeah, Canada's overall doing at least a fine job against
Paraguay,
America, while Mexico is also doing their just own fine job, pretty much
In Africa,
either holding back
South
American
and
troops or even
Morocco
pushing them
split
out.
into multiple factions.
It's the only success by America a little bit
right
in the
impact,
south,
but remain at the right
and that's pretty
the
much
northern
it.
Commonwealth
So,
nations.
yeah,
the more southern, just
Germany is
kind of
doing fine
liberal
in the continent.
main
Like, they're
one.
doing pretty good.
You had the
But in the west, the east is
liberal
and they're doing better at first, but now it seems to be
British got
Eh.
like this area, along with this area.
are they still too early to really say who's gonna win.
Zanzibar and
Well, the Western Front is
the
just
Republic
done.
Congo,
Just,
North
just,
just
just
Brazilian
done.
puppets, so
With the
probably
French
just Brazilian
being
colonies.
in
I guess
Brittany
Britain
and
blended too
slightly in the
between
south. Well,
Italy and
Britain is still trying to
Italy.
succeed
but
in the
Russian
campaign
or
both in North
Austrian
America
Italy
and in
Congo
South
is free, but
Asia, with the South Asian campaign
No,
being a
under
little bit more successful.
the
They
Russian
are actually trying to do
that.
pretty big
And
damage
then you just have
to the
Italy,
Americans.
or actually just Europe. No, let's just
Pushing, especially with Iran recently, they're pushing it back
The road just
rapidly in
to
Iran. They very well could
just
just
not
reach Iran and take it
Are we gonna have World War III?
pretty
Alright
soon.
then, well, no country is safe.
Yeah, I think
Not even the whole. Oh wow,
over
there's
in
barely
South
any safe
Asia.
areas. No,
Especially
literally no
with their
country is
just
safe
now
except for the right
collapsed.
side. These nations are safe, but
The
two of
British
them are
are,
African. The other
Doing
one is
pretty
who knows
big
where.
blows.
Probably some random island in the Caribbean.
Russia
or
and
America.
America, where they just kind of wiggled their
No.
way through.
Yeah, I think.
They're getting close to encircling the whole
Where's it
Minneapolis
getting-
area, which
Oh, it is. Alright, so
if they do somehow encircle that,
goodbye,
that would be
everyone.
really
To a
horrible. I mean, guess
peaceful world.
That does not pass.
Well,
Right, so
it's
if they
official.
push here,
World War III is about
take
to begin as
Chicago,
Russia
that would
the
just split
Japanese
America
and
two.
well, the entire pretty much
Overall,
just
the
Commonwealth
Americans
is
are just not
Mongolia.
doing good. They're
So,
losing ground
Yep,
to
well,
South
there's
and
World War
North. One good thing is that they do
Well,
have Central America
countries
also
joining
now.
in a
Problem, yeah, the old Colombia front just died, and I
Yep.
hate
So far, it's
Cuba is not long after. It's,
mostly
yeah, a few forces being able to just kind of push through and take the
become more and
rest.
more international. So yeah, prepare for World War III.
Oh, there goes the
Well,
western
Let's
part.
see who's gonna win
Now
World
it's
War III in this
now it's coming
time.
to the west, or the east,
Oh,
or
the
other
initial
go, and
invasion
they can
had
focus
focused very successful
more in
for the
America.
Commonwealth nation. They are making
And then I
big
didn't see
pushes.
Argentina and Bolivia
throughout
both joined the war. Now they're
throughout
currently just getting
the
pushed
nations,
back.
pushing Texas,
Bolivia
Europe,
is
Africa.
currently still
About
being
the
pushed
Russians
back,
are
while
currently
Argentina
not
just got
everything
pushed
back with position.
Buenos Aires,
With a lot of their armies
very
being
close to
surrounded.
being taken.
So
Like,
they're
very
not going
close.
second
Meanwhile,
best for Russia for right now.
in the north, America is pushing it back slightly, but brutally.
Russians starting to see her push back
And
against it.
yeah, in pretty much
I'm not gonna
the
say anything,
Balkans,
but I don't think
the
Russia's gonna
Italians
win the
did a naval
war.
invasion and just failed,
I'm sorry.
just telling them to die.
Well, this is gonna be it for
In the
pretty
east,
much this series. As the only
yeah,
war that's
it-
left is pretty much
the Polish are
Commonwealth
currently
nations
pushing
just
it back
bowling
with Russian
the
help.
last few countries, which is not
Yes,
participating,
Russian
so
help. The
total
Russians are helping
British,
Poland attack
Austrian,
Russia.
Japanese victory.
Yeah,
They also did pretty good. America
Overall,
now
pretty
recently
much
started
just
doing pushes in
if
the
you're
eastern
pronouncing it
region.
for you just
with
won.
them making
won.
gains against like Canada.
Yeah, well,
So Canada making some pushes in the West
Cold War.
toys.
This
With
ideology
on
match
capture of
all of
whole lot of
Well,
authoritarian
like a capture
kind
me
of
it's kind of
takeover of
authoritarian
yarn or,
leadership
everywhere.
So, you know,
welcome
this
to a
have
new
just turned to
authoritarian road.
brutal warfare on both
Hope
sides.
y'all have
Germans are
fun.
winning, but it's a brutal victory. Like it can be a slow. Like the war is going to continue until like probably 1939, early 1940s, especially with the fall of this front, which will probably eventually happen. I mean, it's gonna be a brutal end. Like, it can be like a big push into Kabul. Even that is gonna be, well, yeah, it's gonna be brutal in Kabul. Generally, I could change my this just turn to a surround me and then a slow push in. I could definitely see that happening. Well, this war just turned into brutal campaigns on both sides. The Americans are making small gains against the Canadians in the east, while the British are making gains against the Americans in the west, and overall they're both losing a lot of men, while Mexico making a holdout against the American invasion. And all the way out in the far east, the Poles are making the smallest gains ever against Russia, and Afghanistan just surviving in the mountains, so chaos road. The situation in North America is just weird. I feel like Canada's just trying to do encirclements at this point before America can just defeat the Mexicans, because the Mexicans are on their last straw. Alright, Russia's doing Africa is doing Brazil is starting to lose. Mexico is about to die. Like, they have an encirclement here, which might, if they kill them, might be able to get them a little bit of time. As long as they make sure they don't connect to the main front line, but that's not gonna last. So yeah, at this point, I feel like Canada's just trying to do one last surroundment in one of these areas to just end the war. Well, not end the war, but kill enough Americans so they can, you know, don't get pushed back, I guess. Canada officially launched their big invasion, bringing their troops all the way from like Minneapolis all the way to pretty much the Detroit area. Like, this front line is definitely not stable. Like, if America does a big push like what kind of happened here, then they could just split it in half and kill them. But at the same time, that does also put pressure on America, because, you know, now all of these troops are kind of surrounded. Okay, that's actually a big attack. Holy cow, this is going to push America down more. America is just not doing great. Russia is losing, but not as badly as America. America is like, Jenny can imagine the front line getting collapsed any day now. Russia still have a good chunk. You know, I mean, sure, they're probably in circle right there, but even if they push, even if they take these areas, it's still Russia, alright? You're gonna have to push far, and the supply lines are just gonna get horrible. Especially if Russia can even get more troops to just kind of hold the front line with the fall of Afghanistan. Yeah, Germany's just gonna get 10 years of winter. Yeah, I think the war is pretty much over for America, because yeah, I can't imagine they're gonna be able to hold out for long. I mean, they're just constantly losing ground. They don't have enough troops to hold the front line anymore. Like, there's always areas where they just aren't, so then the Entente just push. Like, overall, America pretty much saw it over. Like, they're getting pushed back heavily. They're about to lose New York, without the resources of New York, along with the population of New York, to their whole manpower pool, which is already desperate enough. The war is pretty much over, at least for the American front. Eastern Europe and Europe in general is still meh.